I mean, for anybody who's comes here to Winnipeg, you want to go off and you want to talk sports, and Troy Westwood's your man. I think he's probably he has proven himself time and time again just that he absolutely deserves the position that he's currently found himself in.
Yeah. So once again, this is taking place on February 18th. Now, this day will also be known as selfie day because I will probably be taking selfies with as many people as possible.
Oh God, I am going. Me too. I just the very idea of me having a picture with my mask on with the grappler I think is going to be pretty epic.
And I'm sorry, taking a picture of me with my mohawk beside Troy Westwood will be pretty entertaining.
Yeah. Oh my God, this is. I mean, if you guys can't tell, I'm actually very excited by this prospect. I've made sure to book, not so much to book it off, but to make sure that I wasn't working on that Saturday because I don't want to miss this. This is going to be pretty big for me.
It's going to be really exciting for the city. This is the first of its kind.
I might actually have to crack open the That Mask Guy Instagram account just so I can start posting pictures.
Yes, definitely.
I don't know if I'm going to bother opening up the show's Instagram account. I think I'll just go with that Mask Guy.
But I think what we'll do is we're going to take a quick music break, and then we'll come back. We'll talk a little bit about the symphony, which I really can't pronounce.
Winnipeg Symphony Orchestra.
Yes, that.
WSO. You say it with me. WSO.
WSO.
There you go.
So enjoy this
Good
music.
boy.
Enjoy this music, and we'll be right back. Hey guys, welcome back to the Captain Fizz and Mask Guys show. So we'll be talking a little bit about the WSO because apparently I can't say the damn word.
Winnipeg Symphony. now you got me going. Winnipeg Symphony Orchestra. They over the weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, they were going off and putting on a concert called Soundtrack Live, where they went off and played music from several different movies. Fortunately, I didn't bring the list, but we're talking about there was Star Wars Episode 7, the Star Trek, the last Star Trek movie that came out, which I think was a huge bomb. But they also did some music from several different cartoons that came out this year. Plus, we got to hear the music from a cartoon that hasn't even come out yet. I really wish I remembered the program. It completely slipped my mind at the time, but it was a really interesting experience. First thing that my wife and I noticed when we walked in was that there were several members of Costume
Alliance.
Costume Alliance, thank you. Were there in full costume.
And if you remember, previously last year, I actually talked about I went to a comedy show with Costume Alliance, and Wolverine was heckling
Wolverine was there along with Scarlet Witch, Storm, and I'm trying to remember who the fourth member of their little team was.
They did have Captain America there.
Captain America, that's actually who it was. Plus, they had several people cosplaying in Star Wars, including Kylo Ren.
Yeah, judging from the pictures, it's really amazing to see how far they've grown compared to what they were, not too long ago, at least. So that was pretty epic to see.
It was pretty epic. I will admit that I was having a little bit of problems staying awake. It's just part of it is just being sleep deprived almost constantly, and part of it was that
It's a sympathy.
well, I
Symphony.
mean, I love the
Symphony.
It's absolutely gorgeous music. I love listening to it. It's the type of stuff I want to sit back and relax. The problem is that when all I'm expected to do is listen to something like that, it's hard for my body not to slow down because this is the sort of thing. No, don't you dare!
And to those listening, I just dropped the phone in that mask guy's lap.
Yes, and so I had to hand you the phone because I didn't want you getting fresh with me.
Yeah, there was no chance of
Lord,
that
I
one.
apologize. Bless the pygmies in Africa. Okay. But it was, but you know what? Again, it was a pretty a great experience. If you go on our Facebook page, again, search Captain Fizz and the Masked Man, and you should be able to find us on there. There's actually pictures of some redheaded goofball on there, you know, with pictures.
Yes, our program
our program
coordinator.
coordinator, Ed Owen, yeah.
Yeah.
He was on, you know, he was there as well, and he went up and had pictures taken with several members of the Costume Alliance.
Yeah, didn't you have to force him to go up there?
Yes, I did have to force him to actually have those pictures taken. The good news is, though, he did go up and he spoke with a member of Costume Alliance, and he's trying to go off and to get us an interview with a couple of the members of the group. So
Yes. I do believe, though, that your wife was definitely a big part on that, on pushing that forward. So, you know, good on her.
Yeah.
But I have to ask, and just because you told us so perfectly, and it's going to inflate my ego a little bit, but apparently I'm famous.
Yes. When we were talking with one of the members of Costume Alliance about having people come on the show, your name was mentioned, and I don't know if it was through Twitter or through something. It's, oh yeah, Captain Fizz, you know, and everything. So yes, you are famous, at least in amongst the circle of people in the Costume Alliance.
Hey, if I'm famous with them, then I am perfectly okay with that. They are awesome people.
But speaking of Costume Alliance, after the intermission in the middle of it, they were going to do their the music from Star Wars, The Force Awakens. Before they did, though, they brought on 3 members of Costume Alliance, including Kylo Ren, someone dressed up as I can't remember now. There's a couple stormtroopers there. I've developed a bit of a brain fart here at the moment. But it was, and I thought it was a nice touch. I thought it was really well done. They came on, and you could really, just hear, how much these people really love, dressing up, and how much what it meant to them, to see the reactions of the kids that they go up and help. I mean, if you guys aren't familiar with Costume Alliance, and most of you probably aren't, these guys give back a lot to the community,
they're pretty much involved with every event that we have attended over the last, I'd say, 2 years at least.
And on top of that, they'll come fully dressed and show up at birthday parties. They give and give and give, and a lot of these people, they're doing this stuff for free. They're not getting paid a cent to do this. Some have literally sacrificed their jobs and a lot of their personal lives to be able to go off and to make these costumes and to participate as much as they have.
One of my greatest memories from them was actually last year at the Pop Culture Expo here in Winnipeg. My nephew was dressed up as Captain America, and he saw Captain America's shield on their table, right? And he asked if he could actually hold it, for a picture, and they willingly let him, and then I can't even remember, they had a couple people wanting to, to take pictures with him and all that. So it was a big experience, right? All just because, it went well with his suit. And to me, that was just shows exactly who they are and what type of
Yeah.
person they are. And I don't know, like I've had interactions with them, probably maybe 3 or 4 times myself. My sister has had multiple interactions with them as well over the last year, with a lot of her volunteering activities as well. So like my family itself has been involved with them for quite some time. So it's kind of, I'm not surprised my name's been a little bit more familiar just because of all that.
Well, they were, when we brought up the Captain Fizz and Mask Guy show, they weren't quite sure, about the show. But again, your ego is getting, kind of stroked here a little bit. Not by me personally, because I'm not into that sort of thing. But, they definitely were familiar with the name Captain Fizz.
Well, it's a very memorable name. I was going to talk about a little bit of other stuff. Apparently I was told, and I'm going to get yelled at if I don't mention this, but I had apparently a very epic fail recently.
Do tell! Is this something I know about?
Yes. No, I don't quite know. Probably.
Okay, Zengi.
I don't exactly know how to explain this properly, but I blame Bubbles.
Yes.
And I will.
Well, we blame Bubbles for many things.
Yes. So we were actually shopping at Dollar Tree, which Dollar Tree is a store, if anyone's actually wondering that, which I don't think you are.
First off, before we go any further, our dollar stores of any kind up here are far inferior to the dollar stores that are down in the United States. I've been to them.
Don't tell them that.
I'm just telling you this. It's pretty epic.
Anyways, we're paying for our stuff, and there's these. I guess I can call them chips. They're like barbecue fries, like chip form or something like that, right? And
Which just sound disgusting to me.
They actually were delicious.
I'll take your word on it.
So anyways, Bubbles shows them to me. I make a comment saying where, you had to show me that, right? So I turn away. I'm not expecting anything. She throws the bag at me. Now I have exactly probably about 2-3 seconds to react of this bag of chips flying at me. So I hold open my hands. The problem I have is I was holding my hands like I was holding a 2x4. So of course I'm not going to catch a bag of chips.
Of course not.
I was pretty
silly you.
So it goes right through my hands, hits the floor. It's really not a big deal until they kind of point out the fact I failed, and 4 girls next till over as they're walking past decide out of nowhere for no apparent reason other than to chime into a conversation they have no reason to be in, decided to tell me that I failed. That was my epic fail, and I pretty much hightailed it out of the store pretty damn quickly afterwards. Even the cashier was laughing, and yeah. Then I tossed the chocolate bar at Bubbles and completely missed Bubbles and hit the door.
This epic fail has been brought to you by the Captain Fizz and Mask Guy Show. The Captain Fizz and Mask Guy Show, bringing pop culture, fun, and nonsense to you since June 2015.
I feel like we're stuck in a really bad infomercial.
I don't know.
Speaking of which, we really have been kind of lacking on this, but you have to go to our Facebook page, because our Facebook page is awesome.
Everything is awesome.
God, I was hoping to avoid that. So you can follow us on Facebook. Just look up Fizz Masked Man.
Captain Fizz and Masked Man.
I think it's actually Fizz Masked Man. You fail. I am right.
Whatever. If you look up Captain Fizz and the Mask Guy, you should be able to find it.
Yeah, we'll be there with the red background saying our names. You can't miss us.
Yeah, no, you can't miss us. Yes. If you miss us, then, well, we miss you too.
And when you get there, just message the page and tell them how awesome Captain Fizz is.
Or not. Maybe you can comment on how awesome my Star Wars, posts are. Hey!
Yeah. Well, everyone does love Star Wars.
There you go.
We win there.
And if you don't love Star Wars, there's something wrong with you.
Yeah, you're on the wrong page. This is not the page you're looking for.
These are not the droids you're looking for.
So yeah, over the next year or so, there are going to be tons of pictures, tons of postings about different conventions coming up. So I will be at Mini KeyCon on Saturday.